Welcome to Going the Extra Mile, a podcast brought to you by Newleaf Training and Development. Each edition is sure to lift your spirit and encourage you in today's working world. Enjoy!
As cooler days blow into Southern California and we start wearing socks under flip-flops, it got me thinking about how the weather affects some people at work and how leaders are responsible for creating the right conditions for everyone to thrive. In both nature and business, conditions matter. A bright, clear day lifts spirits, whereas grey skies weigh on them. The same is true in organizations. Leadership, culture, and communication form an emotional climate that shapes how people show up. I once worked with an employee of a client who perfectly mirrored the weather around him, literally and figuratively. On sunny, energetic days, he was upbeat and full of ideas. On grey days or during unclear leadership, he withdrew and became less productive. His motivation seemed to rise and fall with the workplace climate. It wasn't really a lack of skill or care. His effort was simply tethered to the conditions, leadership tone, meeting energy, the overall forecast. Leaders are the meteorologists of the workplace. Their words, tone, and behavior set the pressure systems that influence how others perform. Clear direction cuts through uncertainty like sunlight. Recognition and trust provide warmth that melts resistance, and neglect and inconsistency are cold fronts that chill initiative and risk-taking. Understanding the climate leaders create allows them to intentionally help people perform, but even the best leaders can't control every storm. That's why employees' internal compasses matter. So contrast this with a former colleague who was a remarkably steady individual. No matter the management changes, office politics, or even literal weather, he approached his work with calm focus. Strong leadership made him thrive, but weak leadership didn't make him retreat. He adapted, he stayed productive, positive, and professional. His performance didn't depend on the climate. It came from a deep internal conviction about the professional he wanted to be. This person embodied professional resilience to me, a self-directed sense of purpose and discipline that kept him steady in any storm. He was the human equivalent of a barometer that never broke, no matter how erratic the pressure around him. Leadership isn't just about creating sunny conditions, it's about helping others develop this same steadiness. Strong leaders create environments where employees can rely less on the weather and more on their internal compass. By fostering trust, clarity, and purpose, leaders help teams shift from reactive to resilient, from weather dependent to self-directed. The goal isn't to eliminate storms, but to prepare people to perform through them. In both business and nature, conditions will change. Markets shift, leaders rotate, priorities evolve, but those with a strong internal constitution always remain steady. The greatest professionals that I have ever worked with and the greatest leaders I've ever worked under aren't those who control the climate. They're the ones who remain consistent regardless of it and help others to do the same. So how do you build that internal compass? Well, from my experience and observation, here are 5 practical ways. Number 1, clarify your core values. See, knowing the principles guiding your decisions, when your values are clear, you're less swayed by moods or uncertain leadership. Number 2, focus on what you can control. You can't control office politics or the economy, but you can control your effort, your attitude, and your professionalism. Anchor your energy where it matters. Number 3, build consistent habits. See, routine builds resilience. Reflection, organizing priorities or end-of-day reviews, creates structure that steadies you when things get a little bit chaotic. Number 4, cultivate emotional awareness. Notice when your mood shifts in response to external events. Awareness lets you manage reactions rather than being ruled by them. And then finally, number 5, stay purpose-driven. Remember why you do what you do, why you accepted that job or started that business. What's your why, as they say? Purpose, from my observation, transforms tasks into a mission. and keeps your internal fire burning, even in strong winds. So in summary, you can't control every storm at work, but you can control how you respond. Leaders can't guarantee perfect weather, but they can cultivate conditions that foster resilience. How about committing today to build your internal compass and helping those around you to do just the same? And just like putting socks on under your flip-flops when the California chill sets in, small adjustments in how you navigate change can make all the difference, keeping you steady, productive, and ready for whatever weather comes next. But in all seriousness, ditch the socks, because that's never look cool.
I hope you found that short story useful, and if you did, feel free to rate, review, and share this podcast. We'll be back next week with another episode, and we also invite you to check out our other weekly podcast, Take 5, an inspiring interview with a leader worth listening to. Bye for now.